Thank you for joining us for this episode of Reaching for Research by Students for Students. My name is Lindsey Taha, and I'm a senior here at the University of Arizona studying neuroscience and cognitive science with a double minor in business and Spanish. I also work here at the BIO5 Institute as a public affairs student assistant. Today, we welcome Ragana. Thank you, Ragana, for joining us to share your journey with working with BIO5 Ambassadors. Would you tell our audience a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I can. My name is Ragana Vurelly. I'm currently a junior here studying public health with an emphasis in quantitative methods, and I'm also this year's BIO5 Ambassador.
Great, thank you. What was your journey through STEM, and how did you become a BIO5 Ambassador?
So I didn't originally start off as a public health major. I started off as a physiology major because I liked learning about the body, and my initial goal was medical school or something of that sort. And coming to college, I didn't really know what the field of public health was, and learning about that through the whole pandemic situation we had going on, I realized that I think I liked solving it from a bigger picture and not just like the nitpicky learning about the organs, stuff like that. I think I liked looking at it from a bigger scope. And so I decided on public health from there. And through those classes, I learned that I like biostatistics and data and stuff like that. So I learned that I like a little bit more of the math and the data side of science. And I became a BIO5 ambassador because I was looking for an internship. It was my junior year, and I knew that the public health statistics side has to do with science and data, and this internship was a combination of business and science, and that was something that I've been wanting to explore but didn't know much about, and I knew that this internship was something that could teach me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. I also thought I was going to go to medical school. Are you still planning on attending medical school?
I am not.
Yeah.
But now I want to do something either in like research, something more business side, statistics, which is what I'm a little bit more enthusiastic about.
Yeah, that's great. Our next question is, what are you working with while being an ambassador?
So this past semester, I've been working with Sean Cadin, who is the business manager here at BIO5. He works primarily with grant proposals and accepting or rejecting them, getting the financials approved for those projects. As we know, that grants need money. You need money for research projects, and I feel like most of us assume, oh, somebody comes in with a research project, they get money, and then they start doing the research, but there's like a whole long, lengthy process for even approving the grant to begin with, and then the financials is a big whole thing. So that's what I've been working on with Sean, and then a little bit more with the ambassadors is we've been giving tours. We've had the Discover BIO5 event. We've led a couple of discussions for people who are learning about the internships we offer, and so it's been a mix of those two.
Yeah, that's awesome. You mentioned that you get to work with Sean Cadin, who is our business manager, like you said. What's one of your favorite aspects of getting to work with him?
I think one of my favorite parts is me coming from not much knowledge of business and science and grants in general, and being able to explore a field firsthand from someone who actually works in it, and not just someone that's like, oh, these are grants, this is what happens, but this is what he does as his job. So it's different to see someone who's doing that as their actual profession and being able to learn directly from them. And I've had a great experience with Sean so far, and I feel like I've learned a lot, not just in the grants role, but in the financials role, about BIO5 in general, advice in school, and a lot of other things. So yeah. I've really enjoyed my experience with him.
Yeah, Sean speaks very highly of you, and he always talks about how long your guys' conversations are, so that's good. Outside of your work in STEM, what are some of your other passions or things in your life that help you get through the week and keep you motivated?
I would say one of the things is I'm currently one of the captains of a Bollywood dance club called Om Shanti, and we have practices twice a week, and that's something that I'm really passionate about. Dance is something I've grown up with, so that's like my stress reliever, you could say.
Yeah.
And like just dancing in general is something that I look forward to, other than like going to school, something that's not educational that I can like take my mind off of. So that's probably one of the things outside of school that I really look forward to.
Yeah, that's awesome. What is one piece of advice you would give your 16-year-old self? And then what advice would you give to someone who is also wanting to become an ambassador?
I would say to my 16-year-old self, I would say that work hard, but not too hard. I feel like I pushed myself a lot in high school, a lot more than I think was necessary at the time. I took so many AP classes, this tutoring, that tutoring, pushed myself to past my limits. And I'm glad that I pushed myself because I learned that I'm capable of that. Mm-hmm. But totally. I think I would just tell myself to take it a little bit easier on myself and not push yourself, just not too much. And then for anybody who's looking to become an ambassador, I would just say to keep your curiosity and keep asking questions, because you learn a lot, whether it be through the professional development workshops or with your mentor, or even with your other ambassadors that are with you. I would just say be curious, ask questions. A lot of us are new to this field, so I think a lot of us have those questions, so keep asking and show interest in these fields. If you're interested in the collaboration of business and science, then I think it's a great opportunity to definitely apply and do the experience.
Yeah, that's awesome. I loved that advice to your 16-year-old self. I feel like we all learn that in college, that it's okay to sometimes not push yourself too hard.
I think it's good because I'm able to push myself now, but I think in high school, I think I could have taken it a little bit easier.
Definitely. In high school, for me, same thing. It was the end-all, be-all. And in college, you realize, you know what? Things are going to be okay.
Yeah.
Okay, our last question is kind of a fun one, is what was your best vacation that you've taken and why?
My best vacation that I've taken is definitely the one that I recently went on to India. My whole family is from there. So I was able to go back over spring break and a little bit longer than that to go for my cousin's wedding. I feel like I've been to a lot of places, but India is the one place that most of my family is there. So it's always fun when I go back, and I got to experience my cousin's wedding and all the festivities, meet everybody in one place. So that was probably my best vacation so far.
That's awesome. I bet you have a really cool connection to India also, which is great. Mm-hmm. Thank you for listening to this episode of Reaching for Research by Students for Students. And thank you again to our guest, Ragana.
Thank you.